Welcome to the latest instalment of Brothers Weekly Wrap. At the weekend, we kicked off the season in earnest, round one of the Cairns District Rugby League competition for season 2015. Saw us travel out to Smithfield to take on the Ivanhoe Knights in some pretty wet conditions. Tropical cyclone Nathan floating around a little bit north in the lead into the competition. Saw the risk of the games being cancelled, but fortunately they did go ahead, and full credit must go to Ivanhoe's for ensuring that did happen. And the quality of their field was maintained throughout the 3 games on the day. The day got off to a pretty handy start. We had the under-18s line up against Ivanhoe's and come away with an 18-16 game. It was a real arm wrestle all game. Plenty of drop ball as you'd expect in the conditions, but both sides, there was no quarter given, and it went right down to the final wire. So it was an exciting kick-start to the game. Our guys, as I mentioned, a lot of drop ball, and there's a lot of lack of cohesion, but that's always going to happen, especially this early in the season, and given that the under-18s had no trial games. And added to that, they've had about 15 fresh faces roll in the week leading into the game as well. So Bobby Berg should be duly happy with his charges, getting the season off to a nice win. Off to a nice start with a good win. In reserve grade, obviously where conditions prevailed, meant for a little bit of sloppiness in the match, but it was a real arm wrestle. Again, come down to the wire with our guys running out 16-10 winners. Despite a very late, very controversial no try ruling, Ivanhoe's under the sticks right towards death. The main game, there's a lot of anticipation towards this game. Benny Rowder, former Northern Pride assistant coach, former NRL player, taking over the reins out at Smithfield, doing a lot of good things out there. There's a lot of good noises coming out from the Northern Beaches about potential success for this year, and they showed on Friday night that wasn't without reason. Where conditions sort of took away from the spectacle, but what it did mean was that it was a really physical clash. There's a lot of heavy body contact between the two sides. Unfortunately, we didn't handle the conditions all that well, and we didn't play to the conditions. So our discipline in our pass selection was not real crash hot, and our execution was pretty poor at times as well, coupled with a fair bit of ill discipline on our end. Saw us get caned 17-9 in the penalty count, and when we completed under 50% in the first half and a touch over in the second half, it meant for a long night at the office, and we went down 22 points to 12 to a very good Ivanhoe side. Plenty of positives for us though to come out of the match. We went to the Sheds half time 6-4 up, despite a mountain of possession of the opposition, and our guys getting through a whole lot of defence. So I was really happy with the defensive side of the game. Fatigue was always going to set in late in the match, considering how much work we were forced to get through. So for 70 minutes for us to still be in the game, despite that mountain of possession of the opposition, and to have limited their points as much as we did, was very pleasing. So obviously we just need to do a lot of work on our execution, and we'll be a hell of a lot better for the run. Unfortunately though, we've got the bye this week, so we don't get the opportunity to right the wrongs from last weekend, and we do have to wait another week but it does give us that little bit of extra time to try and put some polish on a few things. What we do have though this weekend is our corporate launch to be held in the Crystal Room here at Brothers Leagues Club. It's going to be a bit of a poker themed night, so no doubt if we can get as many of our proud partners along to that event as possible, it should be a very enjoyable night in a bit of a low-key, enjoyable atmosphere. Another thing to keep an eye out for will be our Schweppes Classic Hits competition. Each week we'll choose three events from the weekend's games, whether it's a big hit or a nice try or some standout moment from the match. We'll choose three. We'll throw them onto the Facebook page and also onto our website, where we'll then take votes for the winner of the week. We'll announce a winner each week, and then they'll go towards the end of the season round, where each of those winners will be asked to put into chronological order, as selected by the judges, the top 5 moments of the year, for a bit of a prize pack. So keep your eyes peeled as we look to announce more of those details of the competition in the next weekly wrap. That wraps us up for another week. Hopefully you stay dry and safe as Nathan comes back for round 2, and until next week, go the fish.